friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video is going to be me reacting to your unpopular opinions. I asked for your unpopular opinions on my Instagram story and I got quite a lot. And they aren't necessarily makeup specific, I just said unpopular opinions in general. It's been about a year since I did one, and the last one I did was makeup specific, so I'm excited to kind of react to some that aren't necessarily makeup specific either. I always love hearing different opinions on even just like trivial things. I think it's so funny how divided some people can be on the most like basic, non-important subject. I think it's gonna be fun to react to. I'm looking forward to seeing what you guys think in the comments, what your opinions are based on what I'm reacting to. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun, just a nice chill, chatty video. Really quick before we hop into the unpopular opinions, just let's not get offended, shall we? This is all just for fun. Usually most of it is very lighthearted. It's not that serious. If you disagree with me or anyone who sent in their opinion, it's not that big of a deal. We all have different preferences and that's okay. It's all just for fun. Before we hop in, I did of course film this look. I film every look you see on camera. It should already be up on my IGTV by the time this video goes up. This choker, I'm not sure where it's from because it was a gift. I don't think you'll see them, but my plugs today, just in case anyways, are from Hear No Evil Jewelry on Etsy. You can use my non-affiliated discount code Beautbean for 10% off. And this is a Christmas brand wig. Check my FAQ in the description box if you need spelling. All right, so I think I got all that intro stuff out of the way. Let's just hop in and react to some unpopular opinions. So I have quite a lot to go through, so if I miss yours, I'm sorry. There's only so many hours in the day, but I'm going to try to get through as many as possible. Pickles ruin a dish. Listen, if we ever go out to lunch together and there are pickles on the side, I will happily eat your pickles. I love pickles. They go great with sandwiches. They go great with honestly anything. I love pickles. I will eat them straight out of the jar as a snack. Pickles are superior. I love them. Not sweet pickles though. Sweet pickles are nasty. Football/soccer is overrated. So I'm not a sports person at all. I truly feel like all sports are overrated. I don't get it. I don't understand the sports culture. It's not for me. It's definitely for most people, but I don't vibe with it. I'm not into sports at all. Scarlet Witch would be better off being an anti-hero. I like that thought. I don't know if I agree, but I do like that thought. I'm so into like just Scarlet Witch as a character. I think Wanda is the coolest. She's so strong and powerful. If you haven't seen WandaVision yet, I highly recommend watching it on Disney+. It's so good. But yeah, I don't know if I agree or disagree with you, but I do like the thought. I like the idea of it. I'm not opposed, I guess. The beauty drama subreddits are almost unbearable with the amount of hateful people there, and I have to wonder why they're even interested if they hate it so much. I honestly don't go on Reddit at all. I avoid it like the plague. I don't ever want to see if anyone is talking about me. I avoid it. I think most people that have a YouTube channel are in the same boat as me. We just avoid it like the plague. It's very full of hate, very full of hate. Not always, but a lot of the time it can be, so I steer clear of it personally. Mayonnaise is the worst, and sweet pickles, ew. I do agree with the sweet pickles. I cannot get behind it. I hate them, hate them, hate them. I think they are disgusting. Mayonnaise I'm pretty indifferent about. Like, if it comes on a sandwich, I'll eat it. I don't like a lot of it though. I like a very thin layer. We have some in our fridge right now, but I rarely reach for it. I actually prefer Miracle Whip on my sandwiches. I know that's a very unpopular opinion. I don't know if I've met hardly anybody else on the planet that likes Miracle Whip over mayonnaise, but I love the tanginess of it. But even that I don't reach for all the time. I really don't have sandwiches that often. But I don't hate mayonnaise, but I definitely don't need it. I feel like I could literally live the rest of my life without it and I'd be just fine. Black licorice is tasty. I literally can't remember the last time I had black licorice. It's probably been at least 10 years. It's been a very long time and I don't recall liking it. I feel like I don't like it, but it's been a very long time and taste buds change. Maybe I like it now, but I'm scared of it. Body hairs on women are normal and not disgusting. Absolutely. If you guys only knew how long I go in between shaving my legs. I feel like the only reason I shave my legs are if I plan on getting a pedicure, which isn't very often, but on the occasion I do. I like to shave the night before so that I don't have like a rough surface for them to work on down there when they're massaging. Or if my leg hairs get so long that my leggings like pull at it and it hurts, that's when I'll also shave. But I am not the person that shaves my legs like every other day. I'll easily go like 10 to 15 days before shaving my legs. it can get pretty bad. I don't personally want my leg hair to just grow out and do its thing because like I said, it can like tug on my pants and leggings if it gets too long. And I like the feeling of it being smooth, but I don't feel the compulsive need to do it all the time, if that makes sense. Do whatever you want. That's the beauty of it. This is a joke one, but the beauty community can be / is toxic. It definitely can be. I feel like it completely depends on who you're surrounding yourself with, who you're watching, what you're participating in. I really try my best to keep things as nice and uplifted as possible. It can be draining. Even sometimes like a lot is happening on social media and I just have to force myself to put my phone down and not look at it for a while because it can just be too much. And there's honestly like way bigger problems in the world than makeup. It's like a give and take. Like it's good to be informed, but sometimes it can be a bit too much and too toxic. Cake is not that good. That's so funny. I feel like that's too general. I feel like it completely depends on the cake because I've definitely had some cakes in my day where it's way too dense. It's not like creamy feeling and soft, but I've had plenty of cakes that I love. I do like a good cake. I don't have it all the time. It's not something I bake frequently, but I do love a good cake. Color correcting is unnecessary. It's unnecessary for me. I personally don't feel the need to color correct before doing my foundation and stuff like that, but I know some people swear by it and swear they need it to feel confident, so by all means, if that's what you want to do, then go for it. Mushrooms are trash. You can't pay me to eat fungus. Mushrooms I like. I get down with them. Zane loves mushrooms. Like if he could try like a brand new mushroom every week, he'd be super happy. He thinks they're so tasty. I enjoy them. I don't feel like they're a necessity, but I do add them into my food sometimes. I like it with Italian dishes. I love it on pizza. Black olives and mushrooms. Yes, please, so good. I get down with mushrooms. I never liked Game of Thrones. I've never seen it. Whenever the last season was happening a couple years back and everyone was super pumped and excited when it was starting, I thought about watching it for 2 seconds, but then when everyone started complaining about how horrible the final season was, I was like, you know, I'm not gonna put in all that time to be disappointed. So I never got around to watching it. I'm honestly not sad about it. I can live without it. It's fine. I haven't seen a lot of very popular things. That's my unpopular opinion. There are so many things out there that are super popular that I've never seen. There is no ethical consumption under capitalism, no, but people should still be as ethical as possible. I do agree that you should be trying to be as ethical as you can, but at the same time, I don't feel like we should be getting on to people for not being perfect, if that makes sense. Like if you're trying really hard in one category of your life, but you're not quite there in another category, it's not fair to shame people. Everyone is doing things in their own way. Everyone is on their own journey. People have different circumstances. Like there's just different things. Certain things require a level of privilege and finance to be able to fund, like clothing, for example. To get really good, sustainable, ethical, well-sourced clothing can be very expensive and not everybody can afford that, especially for like one article of clothing. I feel like as long as we're trying, I feel like that's the step that we can take, but I don't feel like, I don't know. It's not fair to beat yourself up if you're not perfect, if that makes sense. I feel like that was a very roundabout way of saying that. I hope that came across correctly. Yes, I do think you should be as ethical as possible, but being as ethical as possible is going to vary person to person, if that makes sense. Nobody is perfect and nobody ever will be. Lipstick and foundation are overrated. I don't know if I would say they're overrated. They're not necessarily necessary, but I wouldn't say they're overrated. I wear foundation almost every time I do my makeup. Sometimes I skip it and just go in with concealer if I'm not feeling it that day. I don't wear lipstick every day. I'm wearing it now. Sometimes I just wear a gloss. Days that I'm going to work and wearing a mask all day, I don't wear any lip product. I just wear a lip balm. Usually I don't wear makeup either unless I'm filming beforehand. I wouldn't say either are overrated. I just think it's a personal preference if you want to use it. The Kindle is great, but physical books are a whole other experience. I haven't been much of a reader the last probably 5+ years just because I frankly don't have the time. We do have either a Kindle or a Nook. I'm not sure which one we have. And I've gotten a couple books on it and I don't feel like I get as invested in that as I do if I were holding a real book. And I think that might be what's holding me back on reading again. I think I need to get back into trying to read physical books. I also need to give audiobooks a try. I've never really given them a fair shot, so I don't even know if I like them. But I completely agree. I feel like there's nothing better than like holding an actual physical book versus like on a tablet or a Kindle or something like that. I don't think kids should have to do chores. So I don't plan on ever being a parent, so I'm not speaking about this in the sense of like what I would do with my children because I don't want to have children, but I know I grew up having to do chores and I'm not mad that I had to do chores. It wasn't like an intense amount where it was like overworking me as a child, but it was enough to where I was contributing, I was learning how to do things, and I feel like it helped prepare me to be able to clean up my own house and take care of myself growing up, because for one instance, I didn't learn how to cook from my parents. No one ever taught me how to cook, so cooking in my adult life has been very much a trial and error and learning slowly as I go. And even now at age 26, I get nervous to cook without looking at a recipe because I'm scared I'm gonna mess something up because I just don't understand the fundamentals of it the same way I might have if I would have like grown up learning. So because of that, I wish I would have like been taught to cook and been told to cook and stuff like that, because by being like told to do chores and shown how to do certain things, it helped prepare me for my adult life. I mean, I guess as a parent, if you decide you don't want your kids to do chores, by all means do your thing. I'm not here to shame anybody for whatever decisions you make. I just know from a personal standpoint, I'm happy that I did chores growing up because it prepared me for life. Bathtubs are better than showers. See, I don't think I could replace my showers with just having baths because I don't know, I like showering before baths anyways. Like I like to at least get the grime off of me and then I'll hop in the bath, or else I just feel like I'm sitting in my filth. So I personally couldn't like just completely cut out showers and only do baths, but I do like baths. In our house coming up, we had the option to just have like a shower or to upgrade having like a smaller pantry in the kitchen, but a big walk-in shower and a tub. And we opted for that because I really wanted the tub option. I wanted the option to be able to like take a bath. You know, I do enjoy a bath and it's gonna be a big tub. I've never had a tub really big enough for me. I'm a tall person at 5'8", so standard bathtubs are not very comfortable for me, especially in teeny tiny apartment complexes like I've pretty much always lived. So yeah, very roundabout way of saying I disagree with you. I don't feel like I could replace my showers with just baths, but I do like baths. Clumpy lashes are ugly. Reasons why I never wear my natural lashes just by themselves, because they're so straight and short and stubby and they clump together. Not always, it depends on the mascara, but a lot of the times they just want to be like a couple sticks poking out of my eyelids. I'm not into the clumpy lash trend. If that's your game, then absolutely go for it, but it's not for me. I hate ASMR content. I'm really not into it either. The only thing I can kind of get down with is listening to animals eat, and not in like a very long, prolonged way, but if it pops up on my TikTok For You page of like a cute little cat snacking on the phone screen so you hear the little crunches, I think that's cute. But beyond that, I'm not into ASMR at all. It kind of creeps me out. I hate the British royal family. Honestly, I don't keep up with them enough to really know much about them. I'm very indifferent. I have no opinion. Avocado tastes like wet grass. I just don't know why everybody goes on about it. That's really funny. So if avocado's in my food, I'll eat it, but it's never my first choice. Like I'll never ask to add it in. I rarely buy them unless a recipe calls for it. I could live without them. I don't dislike them, but I could easily live without them. I also don't really understand the hype. Black lipstick looks amazing no matter what time of year it is. I completely agree. I think black lipstick looks good on everybody. It's so cute. Hamilton the musical isn't as good as everyone says it is. I really enjoyed it. I loved Hamilton. I didn't watch it on Disney Plus for probably the first like 2 or 3 months that it was out because I was nervous to put in 3 hours of my life for something that might be too overhyped, because when people hype things up too much, it makes me not want to try it sometimes. But I really enjoyed it. I like it a lot. The songs are great. I love the cast. I thought it was wonderful, but I also love musicals. I'm one of those people. Having a lot of eyeshadow palettes is low-key wasteful for me. I'd rather not have so many dupes. If that's how you feel, then that's cool. I'm glad you're able to keep your collection nice and curated down. I don't even like when mine gets too much, which my collection is big. Like I do YouTube videos, so my collection is bigger, but I do try to make sure I go and declutter and give things to my friends that I'm no longer using because I don't like things to just sit around and collect dust. I feel like I would still have a pretty large collection even if I didn't do YouTube videos, but it would definitely be more condensed. I do keep a lot of things around for review and comparison purposes. People who are chronically late are rude. They do not respect other people's time, point blank. It's one of my biggest pet peeves ever. Like, it's one thing if you're late on occasion. It happens. Sometimes, like, you run into horrible traffic or there's just something that causes you to be late. It happens. whatever. But I've met people many a time who just literally live their life being late to absolutely everything, and I don't know how you do that. It blows my mind. I'm the person that's early to everything if I can be, to my appointments and stuff like that. So when people are just always late, it's very rude. I have a couple guests in my salon where I pretty much tell them their appointment is 15 minutes earlier than it is, and maybe they'll arrive on time. Maybe. Usually they're still late though, and it's really, really frustrating. Billie Eilish and Ariana Grande are overrated. I really like Billie Eilish. I wouldn't say I love Billie Eilish, but I get down to a lot of her music. And Ariana Grande, she has some bops, but I feel like I haven't listened to her enough to say that I like love her music. I only just hear like kind of what plays. I don't know. I don't know if I'd say either are overrated because they're talented and people really enjoy them. I don't know. I don't really care. The Colourpop Going Coconuts palette is overhyped. I was disappointed in the quality of it. I never tried that one, so I have no opinion, but I've heard nothing but good things, so that's really unfortunate if it didn't work out for you because I've heard like literally nothing but good things. Super big, thick, false lashes are ugly and have no point because they cover the eye look. I'm wearing fairly small ones today. These are like medium, small medium, but I get down with some big fluffy lashes. I love it. I think it's beautiful. There's never a time where I'm scrolling on Instagram and I see someone's makeup and they're wearing big lashes that I think to myself, wow, this would have been a lot prettier without those. I just think lashes are so pretty. I think they can pull a look together. I don't think you have to have them, but I personally love them. I think they're a lot of fun and just really cool. Morphe's eyeshadow palettes from 2018 onwards have actually been really nice quality. I wouldn't know. I can't remember the last time I bought a Morphe palette. It was probably back in like 2017, maybe 2018, probably 2017. I don't remember. I have no concept of time. I'm not really into buying Morphe right now. They're just not a brand I feel like supporting at the moment, but I guess good to know if they're improving their quality. I feel like I've heard hit or miss things about recent palettes, so I can't really agree or disagree. I wish soap brows would go away. I love the trend of a fluffy brow. I use a brow glue to try to make mine go straight up as much as possible. Mine are very stubborn, but I love the soap brow trend. I don't go that extreme, but I think it's so cute. I love a fluffy, structured, pointed up brow. I think it's really fun. Being an early bird is cool because you have all day long for your passions and friends. I completely agree with you. I'm an early bird. I'm usually up between 6:30 to 7 most days. 7:30 is sleeping in, 8 o'clock is really sleeping in, but I'm usually up close to 7 every day. I am not a night owl. I am ready to start settling down by 9. I'm usually in bed watching TV by 10, and I'm usually out between 10 and 11. I cannot stay up for the life of me. Honestly, staying up till 11 is staying up really late for me. I really like getting up early, and I really like when I feel extra motivated in the morning and just get a lot of stuff done because, I don't know, I just feel more accomplished. It puts me in a good mood, but I know not everybody operates that way. Some people like just thrive in the night, and that is not me. Ketchup ruins everything. I can't stand it. So I'm not a big condiment person. Like, I will dip my fries in ketchup, but I'll also eat them plain. I don't have to have ketchup with my fake chicken nuggets, but I'll dip it if it's there. Like, I like ketchup, but I don't need ketchup. Pat McGrath eyeshadows are overrated, especially the matte slash satins. I've never purchased Pat McGrath. One, I'm pretty sure they're not cruelty free if I'm remembering correctly, and two, it's just way out of my price range even if she is cruelty free. Yeah, it's way too much out of my budget. I don't think it would ever be worth it to me. If you enjoy it, cool, but I don't think it could be for me. The Final Fantasy series isn't that great, lots of nostalgia keeping it alive. I haven't played many Final Fantasy games, which might be surprising because I love Kingdom Hearts, but I've never really played that many Final Fantasy games, so I don't really have much of an opinion going for you. Olive Garden breadsticks suck. I love Olive Garden breadsticks. I think they're so good. They're not the best in the world, but they're pretty good. Like, I'll get down with them, especially dipping them in their Alfredo sauce. Ooh, their Alfredo is so good. Face primer does nothing for people with normal skin slash no big concerns. I have mostly normal skin. It can lean a little dry sometimes, but for the most part, my skin's pretty normal, and I love primer. I use it every day. I feel like it can definitely do something even if your skin is more normal. Like, I like to wear really glowy primers to let my skin like glow through my foundation. I completely disagree. I think it does wonders, depending on what you're going for. Sorbet over ice cream any day. I can't remember the last time I had sorbet. Literally not in my memory. It's probably been at least a decade. I love ice cream though, so much. Ice cream and frozen yogurt, Halloumi cheese is the best cheese. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. Halloumi? I'm not sure. I don't think I've ever tried it. Maybe I will have to. Pineapple belongs on pizza. Legit love it. So I know this is a very heated debate on whether like pineapple belongs on pizza or not. People either love it or hate it. I'm one of the few people that is very indifferent. I'll have it on my pizza sometimes, but I also don't have to have it. I don't hate it, but I don't love it. I'm very indifferent. It's fine. I do enjoy it at Blaze Pizza. It's a pizza place where you can kind of build your own pizza. They have a vegan chorizo there and it has some spiciness to it. So I really like pairing pineapple with that specifically because it balances really nice. That's very good, but I'm pretty indifferent about pineapple on pizza. My most unpopular opinion, I cannot stand peanut butter. I think it tastes nasty. I love peanut butter. I think it's so good. I feel like a peanut butter and jelly sandwich will never do you dirty. I love peanut butter chocolate chip cookies, peanut butter waffles. I love peanut butter ice cream. I think peanut butter is so good. I love Drew Barrymore, but Flower Beauty is overrated and mediocre in quality. I love Drew Barrymore. I think she's an angel, but I've never tried Flower Beauty, so I have no opinion. Caramel is pronounced caramel, not caramel. I feel like I usually say caramel, but I think once in a while I'll say caramel depending on the context of it being used in a sentence. Sometimes when people say like a word needs to be pronounced a certain way and there's two versions of saying it, I'm never positive what I say. I think I usually say caramel. Eyebrows shouldn't take more than 30 seconds max to do. More than that is overkill. I think it depends on the person. I think it depends on the preference. I think it depends on your brow needs. I probably spend like a minute and a half on my brows. I don't spend a lot of time on them, but if you need to spend a lot of time, then go for it. Lying to your spouse about how you acquired material objects is bad. It's not cute or good. I agree. I feel like you should be able to be open and honest with your partner. There is not ever a time Zane and I hide a purchase from each other. I don't know. I feel like your finances as a couple should be something that's openly discussed. I mean, I guess I could understand in situations where maybe you're in a toxic relationship. I feel like there could be some circumstances where I could understand, but as a general rule, I feel like you shouldn't be lying in a relationship. I feel like you should be pretty open and honest. Lashes aren't necessary to pull a look together. I don't mind them from time to time though. I love lashes. I already talked about that. I personally can't go without lashes. I have started to embrace small lashes and even outer corner lashes to add a flick. I personally can't go without false lashes because my natural lashes are just so ugly. I can't make them look cute. I don't feel confident just with my natural lashes by themselves. I think they're horribly ugly, so I think they're necessary, personally. Beyonce is overhyped. I'm not like the biggest Beyonce fan. I don't dislike her by any means, don't get me wrong. She's got some bops. I've definitely gotten down to some of her music, but I don't like go out of my way to listen to her music. It's just not my genre, you know, but she is talented. She has a wonderful voice. Natasha Denona is overrated and her palettes are not that exciting. I'm not the biggest fan of a lot of the color stories. They're definitely more for like, I feel like the mainstream market, like things that the general population wants to use. They're not as like creative and unique as what I would prefer. And that's 100% out of my price range. I don't think I could ever justify spending Natasha Denona dollars on Natasha Denona palettes. I love Colourpop's constant releases because I love options. If I don't like one, I skip it. It can definitely feel exhausting with them releasing so many things, but you're absolutely correct. At the end of the day, you don't have to buy it. They are very affordable. They're able to make their own stuff on site, so they're able to like kind of control the batches that they're producing. And it does give people a lot of options because if they come out with a collection and you're not vibing with it, but you were looking at getting maybe a new palette from Colourpop, just wait a couple weeks and maybe one that you like will roll around. So it is nice that it gives like a lot of affordable options to people. Literally the next one says Colourpop isn't overrated and their releases aren't overwhelming, so there's that again. I don't like gloss. I didn't used to like gloss. I was very against gloss until maybe 3 years ago. I really like gloss now. I think it's wonderful and it's so easy to just like slap one on and you don't have to like follow your lip line, unless you're doing lip liner of course, but you could easily just slap it on and call it a day. A lot of indie brands aren't as amazing as people make out. Good, yes. Best makeup ever, no. I feel like it just completely depends on the brand. I feel like any kind of generalization like that it's never gonna be 100% accurate. Like, you can't just say mainstream makeup sucks, because maybe some of it sucks, but some of it's really good. I don't buy a ton of high-end makeup, but I do have some high-end makeup products that I will probably always repurchase because they're just my favorite thing ever. And the same with the drugstore. There's gonna be things that are amazing, things that are not, and then same with indie brands. Like, even though I love indie brands, I love discovering new brands, I don't try that many things. I really don't buy that much makeup right now. The things that I've tried, there's hits and misses. There's things that I love, there's things that I don't like. I do generally prefer shopping from indie brands because they usually pique my interest as far as color story goes, but I agree with you. You can't just say like, all indie brands are wonderful, because that's not necessarily the case. There are like some misses out there for sure. Just because you don't have perfect skin doesn't mean you have to have full coverage foundation. Absolutely, I feel like you only need to wear full coverage foundation if you prefer to wear full coverage foundation. I actually learned watching Samantha Ravindall's videos. She has acne prone skin and she typically uses lightweight, like light coverage kind of foundations, and she spot conceals and does it very strategically to where she's not just caking on like a big full coverage layer. She's really targeting those spots that she wants to be more blended in with the rest of her skin, and she's able to get away with that really nicely. I think the effect that she does works really well. And let's finish it off here. Crew necks are better than hoodies. What do I prefer? I feel like it depends on the situation. Like, if I want to wear a hoodie, I want to wear a hoodie. Like, a crew neck isn't going to satisfy it for me. But if I just want to wear like a sweater type sweater type of clothing, I won't necessarily want a hoodie. I'll want like a crew neck. I don't know how I feel about that one. I guess I'm pretty indifferent. So yeah, that's gonna round it out for my reacting to your unpopular opinions. Again, let's keep it friendly in the comments. It's not that serious. We all have different opinions and that's okay, but I would like to hear what you're thinking about some of these. Which ones of these stuck out to you? Are you really passionate about any of these opinions? I want to hear it down below. If you made it to the end of this video, leave me an emoji that you hate seeing other people use. I know that's really specific, but wanted to kind of go in with this unpopular opinion theme. And if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's Beautbean. Follow me there. I post every single day. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Please make sure you're staying informed with everything that's going on in the world. There will be links in my description box that will take you to information and resources and ways in which you can help. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.